Hey there guys, CrossFlux here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team. In the last episode, we helped out the Lottie twins, and in return, they decided to join our rescue team. So, after a hard mission, I say let's kick back, take a little bit of a break, and try and explore an optional dungeon that's not really part of the story, but is unlockable at this point in the game. I believe I already mentioned that the Wyvern Hill here is unlocked by owning the Dragon Cave friend area, which you can get by doing a random rescue mission. But since I have that one unlocked and everything, I say I'm going to prepare my team for it, and we'll head out post-haste. Alright guys, I have my team and items fully prepared here, so let's take a look. As for the team, I decided to go with Lizzie and Skipper, the fearsome duo, and Pokey to bring up the rear since it also has the flight ability, which is nice since there's a lot of water in this area. As for items, I'm bringing the standard fare, however I'm making sure to bring 2 keys along with me because there are 2 locked chests in this dungeon here, and I'll explain those in more detail once we come to them. So, as the name Wyvern Hill would suggest, this place is filled to the brim with dragon types. As a result, this is a really nice area to go if you want a Dragon-type Pokemon for your team, because this is probably the best way to go and recruit them. So, standout threats of this dungeon are the Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite, that whole evolutionary line, as you can encounter all those types of Pokemon in this dungeon. And the reason they're so deadly is because of their Dragon Rage attack that they have access to. So it's kind of like Sonic Boom and stuff like that, where it's a long range attack that does fixed damage. However, it's the strongest fixed damage attack in the game. It will always do a flat 65 points of damage, which is quite a lot of HP. So even if you have quite a significant level advantage over these guys, they'll still be able to deal lots of damage to you. So the best way to combat that is to take them out from afar with your own long-ranged moves. Which is why I'm playing as Lizzie as my leader, because Lizzie has 2 sets of flamethrower as opposed to Skipper's 1 ice beam. So I figured that gave me a little extra firepower in terms of taking out these threats from a distance. At least more consistently, that is. As far as items you can get in this dungeon, there's nothing too particularly stand out. You can find mostly restorative items and stuff like that. Kecleon shops are actually a bit on the common side, however they don't really sell anything that you haven't seen before. So if you want to bring a few extra bit of Poke around with you to buy a couple defensive items in case you get a recruit, you can do that, buy some items on the go. As far as that, again, like I said, there's not too much on the items department either, except for those 2 locked chests that I'll be getting into in just a little bit. So, with that being said, there's really not much else to talk about, other than, yeah, you find lots of dragon types here. I guess Jumpluff can be a little bit of an issue because of its various powders and whatnot, but otherwise, you really shouldn't have too much trouble here. So, I've rambled on for far too plenty, and I will cut back in on the 20th floor, which is where the first locked chest is. So, I'll meet you there. Alright guys, I'm going to cut in right here since this is the 20th floor, which means that there is a secret locked chest on this floor. So I thought I'd cut in now just to make sure I didn't forget to cut in later, since it's kind of important that we get it. However, it is kind of unimportant if you don't really care about recruiting all the different Pokemon in the game, because the item in question that we're going to be finding here is called the Sun Ribbon, and it's an evolutionary item for Eevee, which allows you to evolve it into Espeon. So if you don't really care about that, then you can give this treasure room here a pass, but for the sake of completion, I'll be showing it off. Let's see. Oh, I guess it was down that tiny little hallway there. I didn't think it would be. Didn't think that was long enough for a room to be in there. But shows how inexperienced of an explorer that I am. Alright, here we go. Face the door, and bing bong bing, bada boom. Hey, I was right. The door actually exploded. So bada boom actually made sense. Uh-oh. Alright, cool. Alright, well, now that I've obtained that Sun Ribbon and gained a level all in one fell swoop, I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to Lizzie and turn it back over to the speed up. So, see you guys on the final floor of this dungeon where the last remaining locked door is. Sorry, losing my train of thought here. Anyways, see you there. We're in the whole den of dragons. Alright, we're gonna have to pull out all the stops and see if we can handle this monster house all by ourselves. Alright, I gotta level up. Ooh, and a new move, Muddy Water. Surf is actually a little bit more accurate than Muddy Water if I'm not mistaken, so I think I'll keep Surf over that. Alright, now let's focus our efforts on this monster house here. Never mind. Gotta get through another level up through Lizzie first. Alright guys, let's do this. Okay, can we actually start fighting now? I think I'm ready. Alright, let's see. I'm just gonna spam Ice Beam as much as I can, and hopefully take out some of these dragons in one shot, and leave the rest of the grunt work to Pokey and Lizzie. Alright, now Pokey's Pin Missile definitely is handy there, because yeah, that will plow through multiple Pokemon at once if they're all standing in a line like they were. Alright, and it looks like one of them actually took down their own friend. Wow, that's a little weird. Maybe I saw that wrong, but I really thought one of them took out its own ally. Alright, but only 2 left. That actually wasn't too bad of a monster house. I think because we were all positioned well, since we kind of all spawned right in the middle of the monster house, so all of us could fight all at the same time without having to worry about taking a couple out, making our way inside, and then continuing the onslaught. But with that out the way, I'm going to go ahead and leave the speed up off since, well, I'm right at the stairs to floor 30, which was when I was going to cut back in anyways. So, nice little spontaneity there. I actually kind of enjoyed that. Anyways, so, floor 30 here. This locked room, I have a feeling most of you are going to be way more interested in than the sun-ridden one. And that's because this will hold the HM Fly. Now, as most of you know, the HM moves allow us to access certain dungeons that we can't access otherwise. And the dungeon that we will be able to access with Fly is Sky Tower. Yeah, if you recall, we can't actually return to the Sky Tower just yet, because the teleport gem isn't quite strong enough to teleport us all the way back up there. So, we needed the Fly HM in order to access it. So, now we'll be able to do all those other rescue jobs that say they need help in the Sky Tower. Which makes you wonder, how did those Pokemon get lost up in the Sky Tower if they don't have Fly? I guess that implies that they have come through the Wyvern Hill here and obtained Fly. Or maybe they just got the HM through some other method. But, anyways, let's head onwards. Okay, of course, it would be all the way back on the other side of the dungeon. Brilliant. Okay, well, that's not so bad. We're doing our victory lap now anyways. After that monster house, I'm pretty sure we can handle whatever this dungeon can throw at us. Alright. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with this dungeon exploration. We learned a few life lessons, like don't eat random stuff off the ground, unless you know exactly what it does. Man, that stun seed kept me petrified way longer than I thought it would. Anyways, we finally made it. Let's use that last key here. And there it is. Now, one thing that I picked up while I was too busy talking was that item that you see in my inventory called the Dragon Scale. The Dragon Scale is also an evolution item, and it can be found randomly on floors 29 and 30 of Wyvern Hill only. But this item lets you evolve Seadra into Kingdra, so it's pretty handy if you're training that particular party member or you're just trying to fill out your recruitment list. So guys, that's pretty much it here. We're on the final stretch, and there's not really much else left to do, other than have Lizzie fail Flamethrower. Come on, Lizzie, you can do it. Let's finish strong. We're on our victory lap, like I mentioned before, so let's do our viewers proud. Alright, step on every trap that we can find along the way just to show how awesome we are, and we're done. Well guys, I know that was a bit of a side mission, so it was a little less interesting than story mission that we've been used to getting lately, but I feel it was a really important mission because now we can return to the Sky Tower. So, I really want to thank you all for watching and staying tuned. Hope you all join me in the next one. Remember to have a blessed day, and I will see you then.